Hi everyone, welcome back to depression-youarenotalone.com. We have John here behind the camera, and my name is Lou. We want to tell you briefly in the beginning, we'll knock this out quick. We have our website, it's depression-youarenotalone.com. Now we have people coming to the website from, 170 countries?
More than that.
Okay, so...
It's roughly around 178.
170 plus countries go to that website on a daily basis. Now, from the title you might think, oh, this is all depression. I'm just going to read off some titles from just these that we do right now. We do, every day we do Today in History, which is a little brief history of things that happen around the world on that day. We have other things for different days, but I'm just going to read you, for example, some articles so you can see it's not all about mental illness, because it can't be. Everything we talk about can't be just about mental illness. It can't consume us. We have to have other interests, other things on our minds, positive things. For example, here are some titles. These are the recent articles from today. I'll just do today's. Social Security Chief orders broad review of benefit overpayments. Okay? If that's something that would interest you. Karma and reincarnation, the cycle of life and lessons. Dog Day Saturday, this one is about the Azawak dog.
That's every Saturday.
That's every Saturday is a different breed of dog. And then Wednesdays is a different breed of cat. Here's another one, facing criticism. Feds award first maternal health grant to a predominantly black rural area. So there are articles here on things that affect certain people's lives, depending on where you are, or conditions. Mental Health Friday. That one was about, and you can go to it, non-suicidal self-injury. That's a condition. Here's another one, understanding the differences between situational and clinical depression. This is something we've talked about in the past. Here's another one, the comprehensive guide to raising happy and healthy children. So we just want you to know that there are articles for everyone. And we also have sports news, and we also have world news, lifestyle, so you can click on those links up at the top of the header, and you can get sports news and world news from around the world from different sources. So we wanted to get that out of the way because when you're battling a mental condition, a mental illness, let's say it's depression, because that's our biggest thing we talk about here, and panic attacks, anxiety, things like that. You have to make changes, of course, right? It doesn't mean always that you have to make these enormous changes like that.
Going back to the website, if anybody out there is interested in becoming a guest author, writing articles,
yeah, say it. Go ahead.
Sending us an article or two it could be just about basically anything. Anything that you may feel is important.
Yeah. So John just made a good point. If you want to write an article, put it on our website. Contact us. Tell them how to contact us.
It'll be on the below in the description.
Yeah. So you don't have to be a professional author.
And you get full credit for it.
You'll get the credit for it that you're the author. You don't have to be a professional writer or an author.
We'll also put a copyright notice on it to make sure nobody else takes it.
Yeah, it's yours. And we'll be happy to put it on our website. No vulgarity, no violence, none of that. It doesn't have to be about mental illness. It could be about your pets or your children or anything. And we'll post the article on our website for you, and people all over the world will read it. Right? So
yeah.
If you want to do that, you'll have the link underneath in the video.
Yeah.
To contact us if you'd like to do that.
Now, if you do want to decide that you want to send us an article, make sure that you put a short bio on the bottom of it, and contact information if you want to put your contact.
If you have a
website,
Yeah.
Put that
Exactly.
information down. Or even a Twitter site or any social media site.
Exactly.
Put that information down if you
Exactly.
want to get contacted.
That's a good point. So you folks saw the titles that we have on our website every day. They're not all about mental illness. They're about also laws that are passed in certain areas, things that are happening around the country and other parts of the world as well. But the reason we did that coming into this right off the bat. There has to be other things on our minds other than what we're going through right now.
There has to be other things that help us deal with that stuff.
And a balance in life. Pets can be so comforting, so important to so many people. There are children, our fur babies, important to us. We're loaded with pets. All rescues, pretty much. All rescues except for one dog that I have. They're all rescues. John too. All rescues. Cats, dogs. Music. You do.
Music is big.
We do music from a different country.
Yes, it's
every week.
Monday's musical.
Monday's music.
Musical Monday.
Musical Monday. Because
from different countries.
We need other things to have a balance in our lives. We have this background here. We apologize because we did a few episodes with that gray background. Remember that gray background, which we didn't like. But we were doing our podcasts outside, but we've realized that we can't control the weather. So we decided, you know what, let's get a nice background. This is like the background, this is like what we grew up seeing, John and I. So we have this background, we think it's cheery, it brings us good memories at least. But we try to get people outside, because we do it. I did it.
We'll go back outside when the weather gets better.
Of course.
When it cools down.
But we can no longer, or there's construction going on, or something's got a party, or something that just makes it impossible. But
we also have on Thursdays.
I think we're done with it.
Thursday's Travels.
Thursday's Travels.
That's another one.
But we don't want to spend too much time talking about that.
No, but that gives you an idea of what
we'll talk little by little, different episodes about different things, and give people titles. But we don't want to spend too much time on that. But getting outside, for example, I know with depression where you end up stuck in your room and you can't get outside. Not that you can't physically. You don't want to.
Yeah,
You've found yourself now isolated. Maybe you don't know how you got there, but you're there. And it doesn't mean for me to change that, I have to get dressed up and go someplace with lots of people. It could be just a walk outside in the neighborhood. It could be even not leaving your yard, but getting out of your room or your house and sitting outside and let the sunshine hit you.
Or even outside getting some relaxing landscaping in your backyard if you have the room.
Exactly. And you know what?
Maybe a little waterfall.
A project.
Yeah, project.
Project. It could be starting a garden. It could be flowers. It could be a flower pot. It could be, anything to break that routine, to get you away, to get away. I know for a lot of people with severe clinical depression, they can get anxiety being around a lot of people, which they weren't before. They can't go to a mall. There's too much going on. There's too much activity, too many people, too much noise, too much, which before that was never a problem.
Right.
You can't go to a ball game, it's too loud. There are too many people. Now I'm getting anxiety because anxiety, panic attacks can go with depression. You may have never had them before, now you have them. So again, this is one of the reasons we post so many different articles on our website, because our website could be nothing but mental illness if we wanted it to be.
Yeah, that would be
right? But it could
that would be too depressing.
It could be.
Oh, it could be, yeah.
We don't want that.
It could be 100%.
I'll tell you one of my favorite things is the dog and cat breeds. I love those things.
Oh, yeah.
Because then I'll read where they originated, because there are so many breeds out there, I never know where they came from.
There's tons of them.
But then you start to read, this originated in Russia and back in blah, 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 blah. Oh, wow, look at that dog.
Yeah.
I've never seen one of those.
Yeah.
Or that cat, or whatever. I enjoy those.
They got some really ugly cats and dogs out there.
Yeah, but breeds we've never seen.
Yeah, and
those exist.
Those are two things that never go away.
But those are things that you can read. You're not feeling well. You're feeling lousy. You have your laptop, and you look at it. You start reading it, and then you're focused now on the article, and you're focused now on seeing the picture of that dog, Now you're thinking, wow, what a cool looking dog, or what a cool cat. Wow, look at that cat. Wow, guess what? Now you're thinking of something else. Just like that. You know? Just like that, you're thinking of something else. That's why we did it. We set up our website that way. And, you know, our podcast here, we're not here to be controversial or, you know,
Or tell people
take sides, or tell people this is what you have to do.
Yeah, because everybody's different.
Always. I've always said
I mean,
this.
you've seen some of these people on YouTube where they tell people what they need to do.
In generalities, this is, and in some cases, absolutely, it's a starting point at least.
Yeah.
That is perfect to be a starting point when someone needs help. But then you have to get customized to what your situation is.
No, because not everybody's the same.
And you know, and again, like I think we mentioned this not too many episodes ago too, if someone's, you know, you're battling it out yourself, it doesn't mean your first step needs to be, oh, I got to go to a psychiatrist. No, I don't want to do that. Maybe for some people, yeah, it's easy to say, you know what, I got to get a therapist or a psychiatrist. Some people, it's like, no, I don't want to do that. But there are baby steps we can do first.
Right.
I know going outside, especially if it's a pretty day, and just sitting there in the sun and just relaxing, how that felt, how good that felt. And you know what? It was free, didn't cost anything.
Yeah.
Didn't cost a dime.
The vitamin D generated by the sun
Vitamin
doesn't cost anything?
Which, by the way, there is a big problem in the United States and a lot of places in the world is deficiency of vitamin D.
Yeah.
And then you know what could happen too? You don't even know it. You just don't feel good. You just don't feel good, and you don't know why. And I'll ask people this: have you ever felt that way? And you go sit outside, you get a little bit of sun, and for some reason you just feel better.
It's a vitamin D deficiency.
Vitamin D. Not only that, your mind maybe is more
calm,
relaxed. You know, because when you're relaxed too, you can enjoy other things. If you're stressed, now we're talking about stress, but I'll have to jump into that. If you're stressed, your mind is racing. You don't appreciate things because you don't focus on anything for any amount of time. We already have this problem with people who don't have attention span.
And it seems to be getting worse.
It's getting worse. There are more things hitting us, more channels, more this, more that, more games, more things to do that aren't necessarily beneficial for us.
And some people can parse those things out. So some things they'll just say, I'm not going to bother with this, and bother with the important stuff. Some people aren't able to do that.
And it's not a criticism. It's just some people are very, very good at balance.
Yeah.
It's just natural to them, you know?
That's one thing.
You can see someone and go, damn, this person, I know this person, damn, they just like, you know, they get things done, they have their downtime, their relaxed time, they're very good about balance.
Yeah.
And some people, it's just natural.
Yeah.
For a lot of people, it's not. Or maybe it was, and now you're overwhelmed. Now
that's the thing with the depression. A lot of things were. Once you get into the clinical depression, the depression builds up.
Exactly.
Things change.
Exactly. And it's a matter of finding your way back. Sometimes little things. And I say this from experience of not being able to leave my bedroom, not wanting to, finding it almost, it's like climbing Mount Everest to just get out of my room and go outside. I've been there. I was there. Something, for someone who's never experienced it, would say, wow, that doesn't make sense. And you know what? You're right, it doesn't make sense.
No, but it does happen, and it is what it is.
It doesn't make sense that I can't get up, walk 30 steps or 100 steps to go outside. You'd think it's the easiest thing in the world to do. Natural. But for me and many that have got to that point of being so low, that, like I said, is like saying you're going to go climb Mount Everest. It's that big of a challenge. But getting to do that, then getting to maybe, okay, I went outside. And I think this has gotten worse because so many people work from home.
It's got to be baby steps too. It's not.
For many of us, it has to be baby steps, depending on how severe the things are right now. Maybe if an intervention is necessary, whatever. But I'm talking about what we can do on our own. Little things.
Little things like you have a broken outlet plate.
Yeah.
Go to the local hardware store, buy a new plate, and replace it. You'll be happy.
Yeah, and I would suggest this. You need a plate for an outlet that's broken. Don't go to your Lowe's or Home Depot, buy the plate, get back in your car, go straight home.
No, wander around.
Go there, grab your plate first so you don't forget. Grab it so you know this is what I came here for, I have it. Now you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go walk around.
It's a good place to walk around.
Look at the appliances. Maybe if you're a tool person, maybe you're like, you know what, I'm just going to go window shopping. I'm not buying anything, but I'm just going to spend a little time here. It's nice and cool. Enjoy look at things that I enjoy looking at. Or I'm going to go look at appliances. Not appliances, maybe I'm thinking, you know what?
Go out to the garden center.
Let me look at paneling or the paint. Let me go look at paint colors.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Man, I can paint my room that color. I think, or that one wall that color. Start getting ideas. Maybe instead of laying in your room, staring at the ceiling, maybe even like this, because you have anxiety. Maybe you're in your room with drop cloths and now painting it.
Yeah.
And now painting it.
Or in the yard, getting a backyard, little jungle going. So
Yeah, or go to the garden department, which for me, I love the garden department.
Yeah.
Except when I walk by the fertilizers and all that, the smell is like, oh my God. But look at plants. Look at things, and maybe...
Go to the tile section. Some of these places have humongous tile sections.
And maybe that trip to buy the wall plate, that cost you $1, ended up turning into something positive. Now, someone watches can say, okay, that's ridiculous, but trust me, it's not. It's not. People think, some people think, okay, something like that, how is that going to help anybody? It will help you. And I say this from experience. Getting ideas. Start getting maybe a little motivation to where, you know what, I really want to do that. Wow, that might be good. Or, you know what, I'm going to start gardening again. I used to do it. I haven't done it in so long. Why not? Why haven't I done it? Or, you know what, I've got to fertilize my yard. Or, let me grab a bag of fertilizer while I'm here and go ahead and do it. I have a spreader. And now you're doing something. It's the power of little things, how sometimes they can turn into such big positive things.
And the more little things you can do, the better.
And then when you start to realize, even if it's not consciously, subconsciously, you're doing this, you did that, now you're doing this, now you're doing that. Now, you know what, like I said, maybe you decided that room, that chamber you've been locked into is now drop cloths and you're painting it. Now you're like, wow, it looks good. You know what else? You know what else? I enjoyed, that was fun. Even if you don't even realize it right away, you started thinking, you know what I got to do too? I'm going to replace the knobs on the cabinets or something. Now I'm going to go back to the store, I'm going to replace the knob. You start to see results of things you've done.
And not only that, some colors.
And you're getting out of the house to go to the store.
Some colors actually help with depression.
Exactly.
And plants is another thing.
But you start a project maybe. You finish that project. You complete it. Now you start thinking of doing another project. Your mind is now thinking of something else instead of staring at that ceiling. Or like I did, staring at a television that's not on. Okay? For anyone out there saying, oh, what this guy's saying, that doesn't... What's that going to help? Or how's that going to help? Because I was one of those people that would sit there staring at the television in my room that was not on.
Don't forget that a lot of these people that will have those type of comments are people that have never suffered through depression.
And people, or even people with depression, say, how is that going to help me? Try. I'm not asking you to take drugs or do something that could be detrimental to you. I'm asking you to try do something simple.
It's not going to hurt you.
Something simple. It's not going to hurt you. Going outside, maybe walking. Maybe you go outside, you just step outside, and you're like, hey, you know what? I think I'm going to walk down to the end of the block.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm going to walk down to the end of the block. You're walking down to the end of the block, you maybe still don't feel good, and then there's a neighbor, hey, how you doing? You're like, oh, hey, how are you? Your mind starts to say, this is better than laying in my room.
Or maybe there's a park at the end of the block, you can go walk around it.
Anything. We can sit here for 20 hours giving examples. We're just giving a few, and then you could have your own. You know, much better than ours, depending on who you are, where you live.
Makes it, yeah.
You know, someone could be saying to us, if they watch this in February, okay, you're telling me to go outside and go for a walk? It's 3 degrees, okay?
Yeah.
I can't do that. Understood. Understood. But if nothing else, get out of your room, read a book, maybe watch something cheerful, watch something about animals or pets, go to YouTube. Think of songs that you like, that you used to like. Put on those videos and say, wow, hey, this song brings back memories, you know. For me, I'm saying this from experience, and this works with everyone. If you can get your mind out of that hole into something else, something happy, it helps. If it's temporary, it's a start.
If you have a turntable, whip out all the old vinyl that you might have sitting around.
God, you know what? I used to have so many, I got rid of them, I regret it.
I've got a bunch of them, I don't have a turntable.
I regret it. Yeah, but you can buy a turntable, but I can't buy...
Oh, I know.
I can't get back the albums I
Oh, they got them at the flea market.
gave away. Yeah, but I had them.
I know, yeah.
I had them. And now I wish I had them. Because I enjoyed playing them. And now, you
Yeah,
know...
I play them all the time,
Yeah.
back in the good old days.
But something like going to YouTube. YouTube to me is just absolutely awesome. If you're a music person, oh, I mean, come on
yeah.
now. Come on. I look... John and I both do it. We look for songs from a long time ago, new stuff. We listen to bagpipe music. We listen to classical. We listen to a variety of different types of music.
Yeah, we go a lot of times just go through and find, oh, this looks interesting. Where are they from?
Exactly. Sometimes we...
Who cares?
Exactly.
They look good, they sound good,
Hey,
don't
guess
understand
what?
the word they're saying.
Now we're watching something we didn't even know existed.
Yeah.
And we like it.
Yeah.
These things work. They work. I understand. Medications, you know, we're not saying do this instead of medications. Do this instead of getting a therapist. Not saying any of
Do
that.
this with the therapist.
But your therapist will tell you to do these
Yeah.
things. If a good therapist, if a good therapist understands, because you reveal this information, because sometimes you won't, you don't. Trust me, I know at a very personal level someone who lies to her therapist. But if you're honest with your therapist, one of the first things your therapist is going to try to get you to do is get you out of your room.
A good therapist.
Get you out of your room, because that chamber is dangerous. That
big-
box,
Yeah.
that dark, gloomy box is dangerous. And getting you out of there as quickly as possible into this huge world out there
Another thing
is healthy.
Another thing with your little torture chamber where you just sit there and look at the TV, or get rid of the TV. Take the TV out of your bedroom.
Or even if you don't want to,
Oh, just
tell yourself,
unplug it.
I will
Yeah.
not watch the TV. You know what? If I want to watch TV, I'm going to watch in the living room.
Exactly.
If you have another TV. I don't know. If it depends on the situation.
Yeah.
But if you have a TV in the living room, TV in your bedroom, say, you know what? Or I'm going to watch TV to go to sleep. Something that relaxes me to go to sleep. Like with YouTube, you can also put on
Oh, yeah.
music, soft music, rain falling.
Yeah.
You know, where you don't have to watch the video, just the sounds to put you to sleep.
I mean,
that's fine.
I have a TV in my bedroom. I don't even watch it. The remote has no batteries.
Yeah, I have a TV in my bedroom. I watch it just to go to sleep.
I only go there to change, go to sleep, and that's
I
it.
watch TV in the living room. I turn it off. I go into my bedroom.
The door's
I'll turn it
closed
on.
all day, and that's it.
I'll go just before I fall asleep. I'll turn it off, and I'll go to sleep.
Unfortunately, I'm sitting in the office all day in front of a screen for 2 or 3.
That's what, unfortunately, most of us are.
Yeah.
That's a problem. But folks, thanks for tuning in, and listen, check out our website, depression-youarenotalone.com, to read all different types of articles. And if you can please subscribe to our YouTube channel, give us a thumbs up, leave a comment if you've been in that situation as well, what you do, maybe what you've done or what you do to get your mind in a better place so others can see your comments and help other people as well. Because, well, trust me, it helps when someone sees something and says, I'm going to try that. All right, well, from John and Lou, thanks so much for watching, and we'll talk to you again soon. And take care and be well.